hope you're ready for a real fright, because I'm gonna scare the bejesus out of you. So if you haven't already figured out, I'm gonna do a ghost stories video. Yay! Just an FYI. Yes, I am a total freaking The Gabby Show copycat, because I saw her wear this shirt and I was like, I will pay $1 million for that shirt because it is the coolest shirt I've ever seen in my whole life, and I just have to have it. I literally spent like 7 hours before it was up on the US site trying to get it from H&M UK, but H&M UK does not ship to the US, and I was like almost in tears trying to find this. And then some girl commented on Gabby's video where like people were asking questions about this shirt, and she said, I found it, guys, here's the link, and I freaking bought that shit so quick. I was like, yes! You're a lifesaver. Like, I was literally so upset. Like, Ken was like, what if I find the shirt? What am I gonna get? And I'm like, I don't even care. Like, I will do anything. Just find the shirt. But then he never even tried. So, yeah, good job, Ken. You could have gotten the shirt for me and then gotten to go to your stupid Talladega trip or whatever. But you decided not to. Oh well, there's that better. Now I don't look all squinty-eyed. I'm going to tell you some ghost stories, and I really hope you like it. Okay, so I'm going to tell you guys some ghost stories today, and I have a couple of them. And then I also have some live footage of my dog. Well, I guess it's not live. I have some footage of my dog seeing a ghost and then barking at it and shit. So let's just get started with our little ghost stories. Okay, so one day, whenever I was at my parents' house, and this was back whenever I was dating this guy. He's gonna be in a couple of these, which is weird. Maybe he was like haunted, I don't know. But this guy, we're gonna name him Drake. Yeah, Drake is in this story. And he was my ex-boyfriend, and he lived at my house. So I lived at my parents' house, and this was during college. So one day my parents weren't home, and me and Drake were the only people home. And Drake and I went out on the back porch that was like a screened in porch, and it's actually a 2-floor porch. So like the bottom floor is just where you go in the back door, and then there's a screened in porch above it, and that screened in porch is like only accessible by the house. That's the only way that you can get into it. So it's pretty cool. It's like a balcony almost. But basically, we were sitting on the bottom floor of the screened-in porch, just chilling, and the only people that were inside of the house were not technically people, but animals are people too. So my cat and my dog were inside, and we were just chilling. Like, I don't even think we were talking or anything. Like, we weren't making noise. We were just sitting there, like, looking at my backyard, because it's like really pretty and freaking has like this garden scene, and there's always birds and stuff. And so we were just chilling, looking at the backyard, and we were sitting there looking at, and we weren't saying anything, and then both of us at the same time heard somebody like legit ass footsteps like walking on the upstairs office, because the top floor screen in porch is connected to the office, and that's how you get into it, is through the office. And that room has hardwood floors, so it's really easy to like hear somebody walking. That's how my whole house is. Like, you can obviously always hear people like footsteps. We were outside, so I feel like the ghost, and I'm saying the ghost because it was a ghost, like there's no other explanation, but the ghost freaking felt like it was okay to walk around because he thought that like nobody was in the house or whatever. Because I've never heard anybody or like had any other kind of experiences inside the house besides whenever we were asleep, which I'll get to that later. But the ghost freaking, there was like legit ass footsteps, like you could hear it, like 6 or 7 footsteps, and it sounded like they walked up to the door and then just like disappeared. I don't know, it was weird. So when we heard that, me and Drake both looked at each other like, did you hear that? And we both said it at the same time and everything. We weren't sitting there waiting for a ghost to like make noises or anything. It just happened and we were both like, holy shit. You could almost feel it because the porch is connected to the house, and like, you know how you can feel people walk around inside of a house, like if you're leaning up against a wall or something? Well, our chairs were leaned up against the wall and I could feel the wall like hit, almost as if there was somebody walking. It was so crazy. It's like the craziest thing.
What I was trying to say was I can feel the vibrations through the wall.
So both of us were like, there's no way, like there's no way. So both of us individually, one of us would sit on the porch where we were sitting, and then the other one would go up into the office and like walk around like what we thought was the steps, and it sounded exactly the same. Like there was no discernible difference at all. Like it was insane. You don't even understand. Like both of us were just like, holy shit, like there's a ghost. Like there's no other explanation at all. Like it was just insane. So that happened, and then a couple months later, Drake supposedly, and this is all Drake, so I don't know if it's believable, like this is what he told me. I didn't experience this myself, so believe it if you want. But supposedly Drake was having really bad nightmares like every single night for the first like several weeks that he stayed at my house. And he thought that it was like somebody in the house like messing with him, like not letting him sleep, because he was like the first person that had ever stayed there besides me and my family sequentially for a really, really long time. Like nobody, I don't think we've ever had any other house guests besides Drake. And so supposedly Drake was like having nightmares and really like bad dreams all the time. And he woke up one night and he was having like this horrible nightmare. And supposedly I realized that he woke up, sat up out of bed, like just, I was laying down and I sat up and I just looked over to the area where Drake was sitting and I said, Bob, leave Drake alone. And Drake was like, what? Like, Paige, why'd you do that? And ever since that, he never had another nightmare or like anything. And like I said, that's all Drake's saying. So I'm not totally 100% sure if it really happened, but I mean, I believed him at the time, and I don't know if I believe him now. I want to believe him because I think ghosts are cool, but supposedly Bob is our ghost. And my mom always freaking said that there's this guy, supposedly some guy died in our basement, because our house is like 120 something years old or something. And so some guy died in our basement and she thinks that the basement's haunted. And she says that every single time that she goes in the bathroom, because the basement door is inside of the bathroom, like you have to go through the bathroom to get to the basement. And she goes to the bathroom and Maxwell comes in there, and Maxwell like looks downstairs and she's like, is what's his face down there? She calls him Bob now because of Drake's story, but she says, is Bob down there? And Maxwell just looks up at her like, yep, he's there. That's what she says every time, I swear. It's so funny. But yeah, like I 100% believe in ghosts. Like, don't get me wrong, I used to be skeptical and I love the idea that like ghosts and stuff like that exist, but I never really like knew for sure until that footsteps thing happened, and then I was like, holy shit, like ghosts are totally real, like 100%. I'm a believer, like fucking ghosts are real, like don't bother me. I'm scared of ghosts kind of, but like I've never had a demon encounter, like a scorned ghost encounter or whatever the fuck you call it, I don't know. But up until the footsteps and the nightmares thing, that was the only experiences I'd ever had with ghosts. But at the same time, like I 100% was a believer. Like I'm a believer, there's ghosts. And Ken is also like a super believer. Like he thinks there's ghosts. He's terrified of ghosts. He doesn't want anything to do with them. And like, when we first moved in here, he was like, if this place is haunted, I'm fucking leaving. Like, I don't give a shit. There's ghosts here, I'm leaving, I'm out. Like, no thank you. So, I think that he's like had ghost experiences, I'm not really sure. But one time, a couple of weeks after I got Neely was sitting on the couch with me, and he was just like sitting there all chill, like hanging out, doing his thing. And then all of a sudden, he like got up and like perked up and started sitting there just watching something like move back and forth like this. And it was like in the middle of the room, and I like turned the TV off or like paused it or whatever, and he was still like just just watching. And then he would like move his head over here, and then he would like watch it. And I couldn't get him, like I was like, Neely, like, what are you doing? Like, stop.
What's wrong, Bob? What do you see?
It freaked me the out. Like,
It freaked you the out, Paige. The out. Like what?
and he did that multiple other times. And he only does this when I'm here by myself and it's nighttime. And it's like different times all the time, but it's fucking like always nighttime. And he always like watches whatever it is. Like the first time that it ever happened, I was like, maybe he heard a noise, maybe there's a bug that I can't see, maybe this, maybe that. And then he started doing it like at different spots. He would like watch just one spot and he would be like, for the longest time, and like I couldn't get him, like I would literally have to like move him to distract him. And then after all of this happened, he like grew up a little bit, and as he's gotten older, he's gotten like so much more protective. Like he's always like protecting this house. Like he thinks he's a big bad dog. Like, what, you're like 5 pounds, like you couldn't do anything. But he thinks he can. And he freaking barks at people if like they walk close to our house, or if he like sees people walking around and he doesn't like what they're doing, he like barks like like evil. And so he only does that whenever he's like threatened though. There's his playful bark, and then there's his I'm trying to protect this house, like get the fuck away from me and my family bark. Like they're totally different. And if you've ever watched anything with him barking, like you would know. So I actually have footage of him doing this, but the first time he ever did it, like scared me to death. I was like, oh my god, like are you okay? And he was just looking at like one spot, and he was just barking like ferociously. I'm gonna freaking eat you if you come anywhere near my mom, like get the fuck away from me. And I was just over here like, oh my god, like Neely, it's okay, it's okay. He would not stop for like 15-20 minutes. He was just barking and barking, and it was like the ferocious like get away from me. And like he kept moving back, and like he would come running to me, and then he would go back and he would start barking again. And I was just like, oh my god, like I don't know what to do. So I just yelled. I was like, look, whoever is here needs to get the fuck out because you're bothering my dog. And they left. It was weird. He was fine after that. And he wasn't looking at me. Like, I get that there's a chance that maybe I scared him and that's why he stopped. But like, you don't understand. Like, he will bark like this and like ferociously try to intimidate the whoever he's barking at, and then he'll like get scared and he'll run to me, and then he'll go back to barking them. And like, he shakes sometimes the whole time that he's barking, but he's like trying to protect me. And I'm just over here like, oh my God, like, I don't want you to feel like this. Like, please be okay. And so the only thing I could think to do was yell. And he didn't look at me the whole time I yelled. He looked right at whatever the hell was there. And as soon as I got done like yelling at the person or ghost or whatever, he was fine. He just like walked around. He's like, it never happened. He didn't like run to me scared or anything. He was fine. It was perfectly fine. So to me, that says that it's a ghost. Like, that has since happened like 2 or 3 more times. And the last time that it happened, I actually got it on camera. So if you guys want to watch that, here it is. Neely, there's nothing there, bub. He's been barking at that spot for like 10 minutes now. There's nothing over there, bub. You gonna go look? There's nothing over here. Neely, stop eating whatever you're eating. Stop it. Freaking grass eater. There's nothing there, bub. Bub, there's nothing there. If there's a ghost, then you need to get out. You're bothering my dog. Get out now. There you go, bub. I told him to get out. You told him. They're gone now, right? Nope. Oh, maybe they are. Is everything good now? I think they're gone. Good boy. Are they gone? Did they leave? Nobody there. Neely seems fine now. Good boy, Neelers. Are you gonna be on the watch now? He's on the lookout. Let's see if you'll go over there. Yep, there's nobody there now, is there? Good boy. It's okay. Good boy. Good boy. You got your shit on? Your shit on. So yeah, it's pretty scary, isn't it? I don't know. I mean, that's like the only explanation. Ghosts are the only explanation that I can give for what just happened. Like, what else could it be? It's not like it was a bug. He doesn't do that at bugs. He eats bugs. He literally fucking pounces on them until he can eat them. He's eaten a hornet before. Like, he's not scared of bugs. So, it has to be something that's there and I can't see and he can. And like, dogs are supposed to be more perceptive to like stuff like that because animals and babies and all kinds of that stuff, they see that shit more than like adults do, you know? So yeah, that happened. I hope you guys loved this video because I loved talking about my ghost stories now that my heart is racing and I'm like, oh, like ghosts are real, freaking like, what is it called? My adrenaline is like pumping. I'm not like scared, but like it excites me, man. Like I love ghosts and vampires and werewolves. I mean, I hope I don't die from one, but I'm always a skeptic. Like, I don't really think they're real, but like if they were real, that would be cool as shit. Neely's gonna give us some sound effects for the outro of this video, man. So, I guess I'm signing off now. I love you guys. I hope that you love this video because I loved making it. Make sure you push the like button if you liked it. And if you have any comments, questions, concerns, conundrums, make sure you put it in the comments below. Or if you just want to give me feedback because I love feedback, man. And like, I try to respond to every single one of you guys' comments. Like, if I missed one, I'm really sorry, but sometimes I just don't see one or two of them. I try really hard. So, if you're not already, subscribe to my channel. I put out new videos every single week and I work so hard on my channel, guys. Like, I hope you guys enjoy it. I hope it's worthwhile for you. I hope I can make somebody out there happy. So, I love you. Bye. Oh, you're so sweet. Hey guys, look, my shirt matches my dog. Neely's gonna be a character in today's video. Isn't that sweet of him? Neely, are you scared of the light? You're a dork.